My name is Joe Hurley with Humphreys and Associates, and today we're going to talk about exporting Primavera P6 data to Microsoft Excel. The objectives for this session will be to review the data sources available in Primavera for export to Excel, introduce export templates. We were going to export some sample test data into Excel, and then we're going to look at that data in Excel and discuss some of the things that Primavera does that we need to be aware of. We'll use an existing project that we have to sample to demonstrate the export of data to Microsoft Excel. Here we are in our Training 1 project. We're going to go to the File menu option, and then from here select Export. This will initiate the Primavera Export wizard. Here we have different options available to us for exporting Primavera data. We'll select on the spreadsheet format and select Next. Here we are brought to the different buckets of data that Primavera maintains. For this example, we're going to export activity data. We'll select Next. As you know, Primavera allows us to open more than one project at a time. Here, the wizard is asking us which of the projects that we may have open do we want to export the data from. So we'll select on our example project here, Training 1, and select Next. Here is the main engine for the export, the Excel export templates. Here we can add, remove, or modify templates. We have an existing template called Test Template 3, which we'll use for our example. We'll take a look at the template just to see what data that we have coming in, and you can see that we have the standard options within Primavera for adding additional fields that are available from the activity pool of data. We'll select OK. Then we'll select Next. Finally, we have the option of identifying where we want to put the data. We're going to include it in this folder here, and we'll just overwrite an existing file. Then we'll select Next. Here we have the option to review our export parameters, and now we'll select Finished to run the export. The export was successful. Now we're going to select OK, and next we'll go ahead and open the data in Excel. Here we've opened the data in Microsoft Excel. Two things we should look at is that Primavera exports the data with two header rows for each field. The first header row, highlighted in yellow, is the field name that Primavera uses internal to its own system to name that field. So it's what Primavera calls that field name and what it uses internal to its system. The second row contains the field names that we as users give those same fields, something that we recognize and that everyone agrees to should be the name. So this is where we add our own special customization to the Primavera system. So this is important to know for us when we're conducting analysis so that we are able to refer to the correct names. This concludes our presentation. To review, we've looked at the data sources available in Primavera to export. We have introduced the export templates to get the data into Excel. We conducted a simple export of test data, and then we looked at that data in Microsoft Excel. From all this, we begin to get a feel for Excel becoming a powerful tool for evaluating Primavera data outside of Primavera. Thank you for joining us. Again, my name is Joe Hurley with Humphreys and Associates, and we look forward to seeing you at our other discussions.